If you don't know what an order block is, this video is for you. This is an order block. So we're looking at this chart. We have a couple of examples here. I'm going to start highlighting them here. So some people, ICT traders specifically here, might think here this is an order block, right? Price moved up, came down, price continued, right? It expanded, right? This is an order block for an ICT trader. Now, I may be wrong, but that's how, at least the time that I was into looking at what ICT was doing, that is what this is. Now, there are a couple of ways of looking at these order blocks, right? So-called order blocks. So me, I trade volume profiles, I trade order flow. So I look at this a little differently. And this is how I look at this. And hopefully this helps simplify what an order block is. So to me, this is an order block, right? And what is an order block? An order block is an area of high volume. You see the volume here? Yes, you have the fair, the 70% area here of the volume profile. It's right here where there's a lot of volume accumulated. However, so we ran it from this candle. Now if we run it to the top of the candle, see all the volume is right here on this low, right? Where is it at? Right where the high volume node is, where the order block is, right? So this to me, a high volume node equals an order block to me. So this is an order block. Let me give you another example of what an order block is. This that I highlighted first at the beginning, yes, it is an order block. Why is it an order block? Because it is an area of high volume. So if you go here to here, you see right there, all this volume from this low to here, lots of volume. Now, if you extend it out to here, you'll see a larger area of volume, right? Because it's mixing with this area and this area. So that is what an order block is. Let me give you another example. Again, you'll see this pattern happen all the time. If you're trading ICT, here is your fair value gap, right? Or if you're an order flow trader, here is your imbalance and your low volume nodes, right? So if you extend this out, you'll see, again, this is an hourly chart, so it's going to look a little different, right? And this is looking at the NASDAQ. So this is an area of rejection and approval here as it goes up, right? So imbalance went down, came up and rejected this area. Why did it reject this area? Well, it rejected this area because there is an order block or a high volume node right here in this section. And here you go. Go from here to here. Voila, there is a high volume node right there. A lot of people transacting, a lot of people defending this area so it doesn't go above this area. What happens when it goes above this area or below this area? Let's use this one as an example. This high volume node or order block just got violated, got annihilated right here, right? So it went up, tried to attempt, it immediately got squashed, and just price got, they sold a lot of stuff here. And then immediately after that, continued aggressively to the bottom, removed any type of chance the buyers had in this volume node, and it continued up, it immediately came back up, and then it came back to this price, and there were sellers there to defend it, so it pushed it all the way back down in the next session, right? So these are the high volume node areas. Now, I do trade these high volume nodes. I trade them specifically on the YM because it seems to be a lot more efficient on the YM. So this is the 1 hour chart. The bigger time frames work out a little bit better. You can see it clearer. It gives you some time to react and do these things. And so as it goes down, it came back up again. You can use your fair value gap. You can use your volume area. You can use support and resistance. Whatever you use, just don't forget to take into consideration that there are these areas where there's a lot of participants, right? So see the immediate rejection here. You could have taken a trade here if you wanted to. Again, I don't take these specific trades like this where there's a rejection area and it starts coming down, and I don't do this specifically. Try to aim for the low. The only time I've done this again is on the YM, and it's in the smaller time frame. This is the 1 hour. I normally would trade on the YM the 500 tick charts. Wait for this here. Looking for this here, expansion to the bottom, retracement, and on this retracement, if it doesn't reach this area here and it starts to immediately fall on the next candle, that's when I get in, right? So that's when I get in, try to aim for the low or a little bit further, right? If it doesn't go any further, then that means it's most likely going to reverse. But I wouldn't put my stop above this high, because that'll be the area where it would be invalidated, right? Because it would go above this volume area. People couldn't defend this, and so it's not going to go up any further. So this is what I look at whenever I trade these high volume node areas or the low volume node areas, right? If there's an area of low volume, was it defended with, right? There's a couple of things here that give confluence, right? A high volume node previously, and then immediately turned into a low volume node area, and then immediately just dropped down. And then now, as it goes to the next session, just went back up, and we're up at the highs again here. So if you wanted to know what an order block is, this is what an order block is. If you like this type of content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one.